Good evening, lovers. What's up, motherfuckers? This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I am Dark Match Steve. That's me. I'm your little twink for the evening. Spit roast me. Tear my little holes open. I'm here for all of it. What's up, lovers? This is about to get spicy tonight, boys. We're going to be burning up. We're going to be burning up. This is probably going to be a crazy stream, okay? So stick around. Guys, how in one day, okay? God damn, I'm about to pop out of this tank top. Holy shit. I did biceps today. Look at that. Oh, god damn, what the hell's going on around here? Guys, what the fuck? How is synchronicity this strong right now? On the same day, we've got Nick Fuentes. The pepper spray video got released, okay, by the woman that got pepper sprayed. She released it today. We got that today. And at the same time, we've got Piers Morgan and Dan Bilzerian fighting about the Holocaust. How do we get both of these in one day? Why are we so lucky? We don't deserve this. You watching this, think about what you've done in your life. You don't deserve this. Both on the same day? What the fuck's going on? And the universe has some anger and issues. It just wants to get out. Holy shit. Let me get to the chat page, lovers. I'm on, where are we at? Facebook, YouTube, and X, Twitter tonight. That's where we do it most nights, okay? Because I'm only paying for the medium version of StreamYard. Allows you three spots, okay, guys? So I can use your support. Wherever you're watching, if you don't mind, please fucking my YouTube channel. I'm trying to build it. Oh, fuck. I need to get my phone because I've been getting scam calls, and you know we like to take the scam calls on here. So I'm going to grab my phone in a minute. But, yeah, wherever you're watching, can you please go subscribe to my YouTube channel? I'm trying to build my YouTube back up. I got deleted a few years ago for talking about Tom Hanks. So if you know, you know. My videos had thousands of... I was breaking the story basically the day that the fucking Tom Hanks controversy was being released to the public. The day it was like starting to be reported on, I found these sources and started talking about it and got my ass deleted from YouTube. So please, guys, we're going to try to obey the rules and stick around here on YouTube, trying to build it up. I got parody songs and all kinds of shit, all kinds of different videos, and I stream on my YouTube. So please hit the subscribe over there wherever you are, if you don't mind. I'm Dark Match Steve on YouTube as well, everywhere. But hold on, let me get to the chat. Yeah, wherever you're watching, get in the chat because I can see you. I know I've heard some people say they can't see the chat on Twitter. I can see you, so get up in here, Facebook, wherever you're at. We're gonna get right into it, lovers. All right, fucking from the top. Lover, fat pig. It's about time, sweet cheeks. Yeah, I got the stream was late getting ready tonight. Okay, I had a busy day. I had to drive around, which we'll get into, I guess. I don't know. Oh fuck! Hold on, scam call. Let me get my phone. Oh, hold on. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, this is Sophia. I'm calling to let you know that the government is giving a subsidy to pay your bills without any cost to you. I just have to check a couple things to confirm your eligibility. May I know if you already have any government or state-provided health coverage like Medicaid or Medicare?
You calling about the couch? I'm selling a couch.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get that. Do you have any government or state insurance like Medicare or Medicaid?
You calling about the couch, lady? It's sold already. I got a love seat though, but that one's got the cat scratches and they peed on it, but it's still good. I washed it off. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Okay. Got my phone now. We're good to go. Back to the chat. Sorry, yeah, guys, you know, this stream has ADD. I'm sorry. I take scam calls here. If you're a scammer, feel free to call me. I will, I'll go into character for you. Who knows? Who knows what character I'll pull out of my ass? Okay. Fat pig, lover, sweet cheeks, about time. Yeah, I was late getting the stream set up. I might get into it. Fucking I've been withdrawing from nicotine all fucking day. We'll talk about it right before we get into the video, I guess. Let me get through the chat. Lovers, Bob Cook is up in here. What's up, Bob Cook? Thank you, sir. DMS, what y'all really want? That's me. Dutch Duke, lover, good evening. Blummels is up in here. Lovers, thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, sir. There are some crazy striations, usually unknown to the regular mankind. Yeah, I'm kind of. Oh, damn it! What the hell? What's going on in there? Ouch! I'm gonna pass out. Okay. Jack Mahogoff, Steve, can you score an interview with Buzzard Bob? He just became a peepaw. Maybe I can. I don't know. Is that something you guys actually want? Dark Mad Steve needs to interview Buzzard Bob on how to properly eat ass. I could use, you know what? I do it well, but I'm not opposed to getting some pointers, some tips. All right. I'm not too, my ego isn't so big that I can't take some advice on eating ass. Junior Coltrane, thank you, sir, for joining us. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's going to be a crazy stream tonight. We got the Nick Fuentes video got released. We'll talk about that shit. And then Dan Bilzerian and fucking Piers Morgan arguing over Holocaust numbers. This is going to be a wild ride tonight. I haven't watched any of the Dan Bilzerian thing. I literally went on there. I silenced my fucking volume, turned the volume all the way down, and found a thumbnail. I like to get a fresh reaction to what we're seeing. I'm excited though. Big E up in here. What's up, Big E? Thank you for joining the show. Johnny Fradley. What's up, Famalam? Thank you guys for hanging. All right, we're about to the bottom here. Oh Lord, what are you talking about? Oh, okay. All right, guys. So let's talk about it. Nick Fuentes, controversial character. I'm not gonna go off with a long description and history of what Nick Fuentes has done. If you know who he is, you know who he is. I think I got some good numbers on Twitter because Twitter likes Nick Fuentes right now. Which, you know what? I'll just say there's some interesting points he makes. I'll leave it at that. Okay, for tonight. But he's a controversial guy, and he recently put out a tweet that said, "Your body, my choice, forever," which is which is pretty funny and triggering to a lot of people. Let's get to. Did I save that video? I saw the video of Nick Fuentes live on his stream when he was typing that tweet. I don't know if I saved that. I should have saved it. I knew I should have saved it. God damn, because that was a good clip. Is it on his page? Does anybody know? Hold on. Maybe maybe he reposted it. Someone else put it up. Okay, I think I found it. All right, let me screen share. Hold on. I like to find stuff first and then screen share because I don't want any gay stuff popping up on Twitter, which is a risk with me. Okay, here's the fucking good. I didn't even realize this was his original tweet putting this video up. So this is fucking Nick on his Twitter, or this is on Nick's Twitter account page, whatever. And this is from his stream when he actually put this tweet up. I don't know the full context if he was actually talking about something related to this. I don't keep up with his stream at all, or if he was just he must have been talking to his chat about Roe v. Wade and fucking, whatever, abortion rights and bullshit like that, and then put this tweet up, "Your body, my choice." Good, quick, to the point, triggering. Let's get to it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it just popping up. There's no hesitation in anything. He just went right to it. He knew exactly what he wanted to type. The man knew what he wanted, and he got it. And more. That and more. He's trending now. Your body, comma, my choice, period. Forever. This was enough to get him doxxed. So the story goes that he put this tweet up, he got fucking doxxed, and then this batshit crazy fucking idiot showed up at his house thinking they weren't going to get pepper sprayed. That's, had they been shot, we'd say that's, that's Darwinian evolution. Unfortunately, they were only hit with pepper spray and not bullets. Here's the video. Hold on. We'll pull it up right now.
Hi.
Oh! Oh, fuck. So Marla Rose is the woman that showed up at his door. Let me screen share. Hold up. Let me put it back up. Okay. Marla Rose is this woman, showed up at Nick Fuentes' front door after he was doxxed for a controversial tweet. I don't know what you think you're going to get showing up at someone's door aggressively angry because of a tweet. I don't know what you're going to get, but this is bare minimum what you get. You'd be lucky to not lose teeth or your life, but just getting a little hot sauce in your eyes, you should feel blessed. So here it is from the top. Hold on.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that's aggressive. That's pulling up to people's is crazy. Yeah, we outside. We outside, bitch. Where's my pepper spray? I have pepper spray. Guys, let me just round. No, I didn't even mean to do that. But you know what? Let's go. Round of applause for Nick Fuentes. Round of I don't know why I started clapping, but then it felt natural to keep it going. No, so guys, I was doing the clap like when you're in well, you know, people from the hood, they'll go, you know, they'll emphasize with clap. That's what I was trying to do. So, guys, people really underestimate the power of pepper spray and the you know, the use of it. It's crazy. I'm actually like, and I don't. There's rumors that Nick Fuentes is gay. I'm not saying that's true or that I believe that or whatever. But it's a funny point that it's fucking straight men act like it's gay to have fucking pepper spray as a weapon. There's nothing. There's guys. It's just a tool. Stop feeling like you're feminine for having pepper spray, okay? There's been Christmases and stuff that I've white elephant Christmas parties and shit. I put pepper spray in there because you know, I watch a lot of self-defense videos and surveillance shit and people breaking down like self-defense stuff. And pepper spray is a valuable tool. You know, people think it's smart to just carry a gun with you, which I do, but you really need to allow yourself medium type weapons, not deadly weapons. You need stuff that'll cause a little bit of damage and get people to fuck off. Those kind of weapons are underrated, very much so. I'm telling you, I've given pepper spray to people as a gift. And 90% of the time, if it's a straight guy, they act like, bro, I can fight my way out of anything. Why pepper spray? Who wants this? Someone else want it? It's like, bro, you're a fucking idiot. Why get your hands dirty? There's so many times it can come in handy. People fucking coming up to your car window, wanting to bash your window in, break off your fucking mirror. You put the thing down, you put your window down 1.5 inches and just it's fuck off sauce, okay? It works so well. And people just fucking hate to straight men that think way too highly of their level of masculinity will not carry pepper spray, and you are stupid. Why get your hands dirty? Nick Fuentes legally put this bitch on the ground and didn't have to touch her. That's the kind of power you want to have. I'm not saying that you should always use that power. But anyway, you need lower levels of force than deadly force. Okay? A fucking knife and a gun, yeah, okay. You'll defend yourself. Worst case scenario, at least you'll get out alive of, you know, more situations than someone unarmed. But you need to have pepper spray, guys. It's just, I'm telling you, it's a good thing to have. I've never had to use mine, but there's been a few situations that I've just been like, all right, this motherfucker gets rowdy. I got my shit in my hand right now. It looks like I'm just holding my keys, but I have pepper spray ready to go in my fucking hand. So let this motherfucker get rowdy. I've been in a few situations like that. Why, why neuter yourself just because you think it's like it brings your level of masculinity down? That's pathetic. It's a great tool, pepper spray. All right, from the top. We'll watch it one more time. Should we do slow motion? Hold on, let's do it. Playback speed. Twitter is so, you know what? I don't know how long. I think this has been since Elon Musk took over, or maybe I just was out of the loop that you can change the playback speed on Twitter now, like how you could on YouTube. I know it's been this way for a while, but I only have used this on here since Elon Musk took over. So I'm just going to give him credit for that, okay? she didn't even get to hit the fucking doorbell. God damn. Here's Nick. Here's Johnny. Hold on, let me get this bigger for you guys so we can watch it. Bro, this is actually fucking nuts. I have to say though, fat pig, it's great for a stop and frisk. Motherfucker, you and your stop and frisk, you just can't keep your hands off of me. That's your problem. You want to frisk me. Okay, that's the only reason you endorse that. Yeah, we were talking about stop and frisk last night on the stream. That's what fucking Fat Pig's talking about. Hold on, did she all she did was come up to the door, bro? Yeah, he's not getting charges from what I've heard though, because this woman showed up after he was doxxed on the fucking internet, and I think just given the whole context of the situation, he's not getting charged. Do I think this is a bit much? Yes. I would not have acted like this. Just for the record, I'm saying I think this is funny because it's a fucking crazy person, a crazy woman who wants to kill babies for one. A crazy baby killer woman that shows up at someone's door because of a tweet of theirs. Obviously, you don't have good intentions. Okay, but you got hit with the hot sauce. Okay, if he punched her or something, I would be saying, all right, that's, you know what, you crossed the line. Is this a bit aggressive? I think so. I would have told her, get the fuck out of here before hitting her with it, as long as I could see that there's nothing in her hands, that she doesn't have a weapon or something. As long as I could see that, I'd have probably told her to fuck off before hitting her with it. If she didn't turn around after I told her to fuck off, then I'd hit her with it, maybe. But, I mean, she's on private property, but this is like, you know, I think Nick would probably be in trouble if this was the fucking mailman or something, he'd be fucked. But given just the totality of the circumstances, I think he's getting away with this. This is someone showing up at his house after he got doxxed. This isn't just like, you know, a random thing. You show up to his door, no matter who you are, you get pepper sprayed. Like, that's not, I don't think that's what the situation is. Amazon doesn't deliver there anymore. I don't think Amazon will fulfill his orders. Okay. Let me get back to this. Bro, this is crazy. She don't even get to hit the door. He was like watching her walk up and just like, oh, this is some crazy person from Twitter. I'm going to pepper spray them in the eyes.
Hi.
Oh, hi. She thought she was making some video or something. Bitch, what are you doing? This is real life. Why are you showing up to people's houses? God damn, lady. Bad idea. Not this guy's house. She was trying to record herself doing the doorbell and his face when she said, "You do not control my body," or something. You know, who knows what this bitch had planned. That's the thing. It's funny now, but what do you think Nick was thinking after getting doxxed and all the fucking bullshit he deals with in his life? I'm sure. How do you think he felt? A fucking crazy person from Twitter showing up at your door. Someone you don't fucking know that just got your address off the internet. He's probably actually pissed and maybe a little bit worried. So he just fucking hit her with the sauce.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here! She's on the ground. That's her feet right there. Holy shit. Tina, what's up, Tina? Thanks for joining the stream. How's it going? Bubba Army Mom in the house. What's up? What's up? She's just a woman, so who cares anyway? Junior Coltrane, easy there, buddy. Come on. Not every woman deserves this treatment. Just the crazy ones from Twitter that want to kill babies, and when they show up at your house, this is allowed. No, I don't know. I heard what. Let's see. I saw somewhere saying that he's not going to get charged. But yeah, man. And he takes the phone. He takes the phone too. That's actually like Bubba Army. We know the significance of taking a phone and how legally that's not acceptable unless you're certain people. This is actually kind of crazy. You missed it. I missed the crazy one. We'll play it over. It's only a couple seconds. Here, watch Bubba Army Mom. Watch it. This is Nick Fuentes, the fucking anti-Israel guy. Some would call him a neo-Nazi, whatever. He's Hispanic. They would say he's a white nationalist and whatever, but his last name's Fuentes. Anyway, but yeah, this is the guy. He's been kicked off and reinstated and kicked off and reinstated on Twitter, and a lot of controversial shit from this guy. And anyway, he put, I don't know the exact context from his stream, but he was just trolling to whatever extent about, anti-abortion shit. And he put "your body, my choice" forever on one of his tweets and put it out. And then after that, he got doxxed. And this fucking crazy person showed up at his door like an actual loon. Looks like a nice place. This is like part of a snuff film. You get dragged inside the house by Nick Fuentes. You're on the floor, barely conscious, looking up as he locks the door behind you. That's intense. All right, we're starting it over. Hold on. Bubba Army Mom, watch it. For this from the top. Crazy woman at his door.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here!
And there's this person, crazy person's legs right here in the video. That's lit. What was the point of that though? Why did he took the phone? The person dropped their phone and he took it, and then he threw it on the floor in his house, and then picked it up again to turn it off. I guess. I mean, like that's weird. Well, she went knocking. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the full. Let me actually look. Let me drop this. Oh, so well, let's see. Yeah, so I guess let me look somewhere else. She's pressing charges, but I thought I saw a tweet that they were dropped or that he's not getting charged. Let me see. Okay, let me screen share this article I'm pulling up here. Uh what's up, Big Country? What's up, bro? How's it going? What are we talking about? So Nick Fuentes off of Twitter, if if you know, you know, he's a controversial guy on Twitter, but he put a tweet out and it pissed a lot of people off, so they doxed him. And then a lady showed up at his front door and she got pepper sprayed because she's a fucking loon from Twitter that showed up at his door. Did you see the video? I can play it again real quick while I look up um half Minnie Mouse Willie. Bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The taking the phone thing, Bubba Army, we know about the controversy with that. Play it again? Okay, yeah, I got you. I'm looking up real quick some other shit. I'll play it. I'll screen share for you. Play it again. She goes up to the door and she goes to press the doorbell, and he doesn't even give her a chance. He opens the door right before she presses the button, and you can see the spray is coming out of the pepper spray dispenser before he's even aiming. It's like right as he gets it past the door, it's already spraying a stream. Can you get okay? I'll look something else up real quick. All right, here, this is it, Big Country.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here!
He takes her phone though. Why does Twitter keep doing it? Does this sometimes when I'm trying to play a video, it'll start and stop it, and that I'm not clicking. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. It's awesome, and I don't think this woman had great intentions, but I don't think he was at risk of bodily harm. I think it was kind of like, I mean, it's funny just for the culture, it's funny. But but no, bro, that's excessive. Just a little bit. I don't think she's holding the phone with one hand and clearly has nothing in her other hand, unless she had a knife in her fucking hand or something. It's like, come on, bro.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing?
Look at this.
Get the fuck out of here! Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here! Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here!
All right, we'll read this article real quick. This other article I clicked on is from the Chicago, whatever it was, Times or something. It was asking me to pay. Like, what the fuck? Go fuck yourself. Oh, god damn it. Wrong page. Hold on. Okay, there we are. Oh, god. Oh, what? Oh, is this gonna? Okay. Video: MAGA influencer Nick Fuentes accused of assaulting woman outside his home. MAGA. I mean, the line's blurred with this one, is it not? MAGA. I mean, he was telling people not to vote for Trump, right? They need some reason to tie MAGA to Nick Fuentes and white supremacy. A Chicago area woman has claimed she was pepper sprayed and pushed down the stairs after oh, he did push her. Okay. According to her. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at the look on the lips kind of tense. That's funny. That's funny shit. Chicago area pushed down the stairs after going to the home of a right-wing activist, Nick Fuentes, to confront him about the sexist comments he made online after Donald Trump was elected president last week. Oh, you dirty little rascal. Is that it? That's it. That's it? You fucking scum. You got to be kidding. What? That's all there is? What the Please provide an email. Go fuck yourself. Get out of here. It's going to try to charge me to read an article about Nick Fuentes. Am I still screen sharing? Are you still with me? Okay. Far-right streamer Nick Fuentes allegedly pepper sprayed a West suburban woman as she went to ring his doorbell Sunday afternoon. The woman told the Tribune this week. So she just called a bunch of fucking newspapers. She went to every media source she could. Anyone that would write a story relating to Nick Fuentes, she called them. Berwyn Police Department Deputy Chief Michael Oshner confirmed that the department had responded to Fuentes' home, but said he was unable to provide further details. Marla Rose, 57, old bat of a woman, crazy cat lady Marla Rose, a self-described progressive shithead, said she approached Fuentes' home Sunday after friends who knew she lived in Berwyn encouraged her to go see if rumors of prank deliveries to his home were true. Fuentes' what? Her friends encouraged her to go see if rumors of prank deliveries to his home were true. So she's acting as if she's just showing up as the media to his house to see, hey, are you getting packages of dog poo sent to your house? And did someone take a dog turd and make a swastika on your garage door? Is this true? Okay. Fuentes' home address had been leaked online in response to his post on social media where he boasted, "Your body, my choice, forever," last week in an apparent reference to abortion rights after Donald Trump won the presidential election. There had been chatter about people sending Fuentes boxes of, oh my God, I totally made that up. I didn't hear anything about this. I didn't read this. Dog poop. People were actually allegedly sending him dog poop. I guess that's a go-to, right? I didn't predict anything. That's just what people do. There had been chatter about people sending Fuentes boxes of dog poop or used menstrual products or whatever, Rose said. They were like, you've got to go by and see if he's getting deliveries. Their messages piqued her curiosity, she said. The vegan lifestyle writer has lived in Berwyn for 11 years but had no idea the 26-year-old Fuentes lived in Illinois, much less 10 minutes from her. She said she found the house and was making a short video of herself on the sidewalk out front when another female onlooker pulled up in her car and suggested Rose ring the doorbell, which she hadn't planned to do, but to which she agreed. She said Fuentes opened the door before she could ring the doorbell, which we saw. That was pretty funny. In the same movement, he pepper sprayed me in the face, screamed an expletive at me, Rose said. Oh, God, he screamed. She alleged that Fuentes then grabbed Rose's phone and went back into his house. She alleged. It's on video. Okay. Anyway, Rose said the woman who had encouraged her to ring Fuentes' doorbell called police, and an officer came and took a report from her and Fuentes, retrieving her phone in the process. She added that her phone is now broken, allegedly because Fuentes stomped on it. Didn't look like he stomped it. He threw it on the ground, and it sounded like it hit tile. You know how I saw carpeting like it went up a stairs, but a lot of people, when you walk in their front door, even if they have, it's like my house that I'm currently living in, it has a section at the front door where it's tile. So it sounded like he threw the phone down on the floor and he kicked it out of the way so he could close the door because the door opens inward. I think that's from what I saw. The officer called an ambulance to look at Rose's eyes and check her vitals, but she said emergency workers didn't seem concerned. The officer told her not to knock on the door again. Hey, lady, in case you're dumb enough to knock on this door again, let me tell you, he'll probably spray you again, so don't do it, lady. I know you're a fucking vegan, so I gotta tell you, I gotta spell it all out for you, all right? Leave this man alone. Let him worship Hitler and whatever else he's wearing a white sheet and a hood inside. Let him do what he wants to do inside his house, ma'am. You don't like his tweets? Block him. Rose said Monday she was looking for a lawyer and was uncertain about whether to press charges against Fuentes out of concerns for her safety if she angers extremists. I've heard other people say, who was Tim Pool. Tim Pool was saying this. I guess people, maybe I'm out of the loop a little bit, but people are afraid of like Nick Fuentes and his fans, which I get. He's got loyal fans, we'll say. I guess. Airplane Willie, what's up, bro? Thanks for coming to chill. What's up, family? Vegan lifestyle writer. Yeah, I know. That's just like insane. She told the vegan lifestyle. She told them that's what she is. That's the fucked up part is they didn't go find that. Yahoo didn't go look on her fucking social media and see that. She told them I'm a vegan lifestyle writer. Disgusting. What were we getting at? The anger's extreme. Yeah. Fucking Tim Pool was talking about, I saw someone else that was streaming they were talking about this clip where Tim Pool, I guess, had considered having Nick Fuentes on the show or something. And I don't know what the fuck happened. That he was talking about being afraid of Nick Fuentes and his fans, which Nick Fuentes, look, I'm pretty cut, but I'm not big. Okay. I've flexed my biceps like 5 times on here already. Okay. I'm not huge, but I got muscle. All right. Nick Fuentes is built like Gumby, the claymation character. Okay, I don't think there's any reason to be afraid of Nick Fuentes, but I'm sure he has some some skinhead fans that will, put a fucking pipe bomb in your mailbox or something like that. So, I understand that. I wouldn't, I who knows? Who knows what they'll do? Tim Pool is scared, though. If Tim Pool's scared, then I'm scared. Fuentes didn't immediately respond to requests for comment from the Tribune. 2016 graduate of West Suburban Lyons Township High School is no stranger to controversy. While he has said he is not a white supremacist or white nationalist, the federal government labeled Fuentes a white supremacist in a court document. The Hispanic guy named Nick Fuentes, he's a white supremacist, according to our government. In 2017, Fuentes attended the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. A young woman named Heather Heyer was run over and killed by an avowed neo-Nazi at the rally. And they were probably a Nick Fuentes fan. Ah! Nick Fuentes always was an integral part of Trump's Stop the Steal rallies. In the 24 hours following his misogynistic post on X, there was a 4,600% increase. That's 4,600% increase in mentions of the phrase "your body, my choice," and "get back in the kitchen." Where'd that come from? That wasn't in his tweet. What the hell? That is funny, though. Holy shit. Holy shit. People are just, they see this as a chance to say, get back in the kitchen and get no backlash. That's allowed on Twitter now. Elon Musk's Twitter allows this, and we are very thankful, okay? Your body, my choice, and get back in the kitchen, unquote, on the social media site, according to an analysis from the Institute for Strategic Dialogue. These fucking bundles of sticks are over there looking for tweets to tie to Nick Fuentes. People are getting paid somewhere. At some miserable fucking shithole, some people are getting paid to look at tweets that you can, represent as really negative and tie to Nick Fuentes somewhere. Institute for Strategic Dialogue. Some fucking losers are sitting there reading tweets and looking for tweets related to Nick Fuentes. Good God. I thought I was useless. But then there's people like this that exist, that this is their job. Go look for some tweets. Nick Fuentes, your body, my choice. Let's find out if that's trending. And, get back in the kitchen. That's a good phrase to look up. Let's see the numbers on those, guys. We gotta bury Nick Fuentes. The phrase "your body, my choice" also appeared to have made its way into the schools. The researchers said, "Oh my God, Nick Fuentes, what have you done?" Young girls and parents have used social media to share instances of offline harassment. They include the phrase being directed at them within schools or chanted by young boys in classes. What the fuck is going on? Are you kidding me? There's no way that... How is Nick Fuentes causing kids to chant this in school? That has got to be bullshit. What the fuck? That's insane. Your body, my choice. Your body, my choice. What the fuck is going on out here? Holy shit. Why? Whose kids are reading Twitter? What the fuck is going on right now? This is one of those moments where I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone or something's changed in the Matrix. There's been some kind of fucking glitch or something. Dr. Johanna Kraus, PhD. What's up? Ree! What's up, lover? I think I've seen you in here before, right? That name sounds familiar. What's up? Thank you for coming back to the stream. Thank you guys for supporting me on the YouTube. Wherever you're watching, please hit the like button and stuff. I could use support. I've been, deleted and I have algorithm issues. I'm algorithmically challenged, okay? I need support for real. And if you don't mind, if you are watching on Twitter, I know I can see I have a good amount of people on Twitter right now. If you don't mind, look for me on fucking YouTube, Dark Match Steve on YouTube. I have parody songs and all kinds of bullshit that I do on there. Stream 5 nights a week, cold plunges, and all that. And my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. Yeah, thank you, Fat Pig. Hit the thumb it. You don't have to use your thumb. You can use your pinky. I don't care. Just hit the like button. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate it. All right, let's get to well, hold on. Let me just scroll down and make sure I'm not missing something. Accused. Is this going to try to hit me with something? Because I thought this was one of the other pages. I tried to look at this and they tried to charge me money. Am I fucking stupid? Claimed she was ring doorbell. Da 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 da. Is she charging him? What's going on? She told her husband she simply said, "Oh hi," before Nick Fuentes, without saying anything in response, sprayed her. Oh fuck. Okay, look. Police in Berwyn, where the alleged incident took place, have not returned a request for comment. Rose said online that she told an officer she'd been assaulted, and the cop said, "Well, you went to his door." Nobody should be turning up at anybody's house uninvited. Tate posted Monday. Harassment. I'm sure that's not Tate's Pizza that they're citing there. I think that's Andrew Tate. I can only assume. No, but guys, that's kind of crazy. I don't think that's, this is the only thing, like I was saying before, maybe he might actually get away with this because of the entire context of the situation. Nick could probably easily, if he had to go to court, which would, regardless, if you get arrested, you have to go to court. You're kind of getting fucked anyway. You have to get an attorney. It costs money. It's what, regardless, if he gets charged and goes to court, it's going to be a slap on the wrist. That's at bare minimum what you get. Just the fact that you're getting churned through the fucking legal system, okay? And you got to get an attorney and bullshit, court costs and whatever. But he probably could get out of this just by, if he really explained to the judge and the jury and, I'm a free speech absolutist and da-da-da-da-da. And I posted something on Twitter in support of our president, and I was doxxed. I'm the victim here. I could see him saying this. I don't know if I'm doing his voice that well, but I got doxxed. I'm the victim here, okay? And she showed up at my door. I was afraid for, my health, my well-being. I was scared for my life, and so I pepper sprayed the bitch. Was that a decent Nick Fuentes impersonation? I don't know. I don't think it was that bad. All right. So, yeah, anyway, it looks like the police are split on this. Maybe he will get charged, but, well, you went to his door is not what you want to hear when you tell a cop, hey, I got pepper sprayed. It's the last thing you want to hear. All right. Where are we at? Let me, all right, let's, we're making good time. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. Let's get through this. The Dan Bilzerian on Piers Morgan. This is staying in the theme of, denying the Holocaust. We're going to go to this debate between Piers Morgan and Dan Bilzerian. It's always interesting to see people try to wade through this conversation in real time. talking about the real numbers for the Holocaust and concentration camps. Hold on a second. I'm fucking ad playing. Okay, let me put this right. You guys should see. I'm looking at Ben Shapiro right now as a pre-roll for this fucking Holocaust video. We got Ben Shapiro. We're about to talk about his ancestors right here, and we've got Ben Shapiro.
Streaming only at Daily Wire Plus. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss Matt's latest comedy movie. Watch him dismantle the diversity, equity, and inclusion racket while calling out the biggest grifters and race hustlers in the game. After its theatrical release, my racist quick.
He has, let me say, I it's kind of as an insult. He has fucking caterpillars for eyebrows, but I'm a bit jealous because you could really shape those into looking like human and decent, but he leaves them as caterpillars.
It became the #1 documentary of the entire decade. You can now stream it exclusively only at Daily Wire Plus. So go grab yourself.
Look at them fucking eyebrows. You're telling me there's no mascara in there? You're telling me some fucking drag queen didn't draw those on for him? You got to be fucking kidding me. Hold on. Let me blow this up. Look at this. Look at this man's fucking eyebrows. Jesus Christ. Those eyebrows will put up a... Never mind. I won't say it. Those eyebrows will... Those eyebrows will put up a fight in an oven. No! It's just a joke, guys. All right.
You've got a big following, 30-odd million people on Instagram. But just to say, well, I read somewhere there were no rapes and abuse, would go against your own...
Funny face. What's up, bro? Thanks for coming to hang. What's up, lovers? AZ's up in here. What's up, bro? Thank you guys for coming to hang. We're getting into the Piers Morgan video now. Let's do it. This should be interesting.
Narrative. Would that be fair? Yahya Sinwar, you were lauding him as a hero.
Hamas is a resistance organization. Israel is a terrorist. Every single person that's been critical of Israel has either been killed or thrown out of power. And I don't...
Oh, boy. It looks like somehow we're getting deep. This is only 30 minutes, and it looks like they're getting into it.
I think that is a coincidence. I mean, as a veteran, where I really have, huge problems with this.
What do you mean the Jews killed JFK?
Today, a lot of conspiracy theories have all come true. I believe that Jewish supremacy is the greatest threat to the world today.
It sounds to me, Dan, like you do actually hate Jewish people.
If you say anything about...
What is this music? This is the wrong music for this. Whoever edited this fucking video for Piers Morgan is actually like, they're a fucking there's like fucking schizophrenic or something. What the fuck is this? You're on meds. What made you think that this is like, you're a sociopath, right? You can't tell that emotionally this music doesn't go with Holocaust denial. This is like inspiration. Someone got this fucking royalty-free track, and the title of it is Inspirational Royalty-Free Track, and they're playing it over Dan Bilzerian saying he doesn't like Jews. That's numb. You are numb inside. Whoever edited this, good God.
About Jewish people, you get canceled.
I'm honestly gobsmacked.
I don't have a hatred for Jewish people.
You obviously do. I'm staggered about how brazen you've been.
Jesus Christ. This is the problem. I don't get, people can fucking talk shit about Christianity all they fucking want and make jokes and say whatever. And it's all fun and games. And then when you make one joke about a Jewish person or draw one picture of Muhammad, these fucking these motherfuckers lose their minds. That's not fair. It's not fair. For real. You're an anti-Semite. No matter what, like, you make any critique, and you're Kanye West. You're Hitler. Fuck.
Kanye looked like a choir boy.
Yeah, I just don't really give a shit.
Oh, does he walk off? Does he get pissed and leave? Is that why this is only 30 minutes?
Henry VIII, Arthur at the Round Table, Elvis Presley. History and popular culture has given us many famous kings. None of them quite like Dan Bilzerian, known to millions of people as the king of Instagram. A superstar poker player, he racked up a vast following by documenting his unfettered hedonism, a lifestyle of beautiful women on beautiful yachts and beautiful places. Some say he was Andrew Tate before Andrew Tate, but Dan Bilzerian says that that life is behind him now. The king is dead. He's back with a new outlook, a new agenda, and some very controversial opinions. So Dan Bilzerian, first of all, welcome to Uncensored. I kind of feel if I'd interviewed you 4 years ago, we'd have had a very different interview. You're at the height of your kind of hedonistic Instagram life. There were women everywhere, yachts everywhere, guns everywhere, drugs everywhere. It was a very different lifestyle to the one you have now. So my first question is, who is the new Dan Bilzerian, and why have you given up the other guy?
Well, I think I took hedonism to the end of the earth, and I just realized that it didn't bring me happiness. So I started focusing on things that I like to do, and did less of that.
I read that you were at your peak with the women, for example. If you only slept with 2 women a day, you thought that was a disappointing off day. And now you're down to just 1 woman. That's a pretty dramatic shift in your lifestyle, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, it was up to 9 at one day at one point, and it was just, it was a lot. I think a lot of that is probably fueled by insecurity from high school, not getting as many women as I wanted. And like I said, I just kind of took the pleasure seeking to the end of the earth. And with pleasure, I think it's kind of functions like a drug, to where you need more to get the same feeling. And then eventually you have to do it to not feel like shit. And so, yeah, I just cut off the hedonism.
You even disappeared from Instagram for nearly a year. You only came back in May. Why did you do that? What was going on in your world in that period?
Well, I mean, I was writing a book. I think that was a, big focus, and that took a lot of time.
His nips are very aggressive tonight. Look at the nips. Can you guys see the nips? They're right out there. They want attention. They're pulling this shirt. There's tension right here. Look at this. His nipples are fighting this shirt.
And then I was just pretty much over it. I looked at social media like a video game that I beat and that, everybody else wanted to play. And I was just kind of tired of playing. And the only reason I really came back was because I felt like I had this big platform, and I really disagreed with what was going on in Israel, that we were funding this genocide. And so I felt like I had an obligation to use my platform to say what I, thought was right.
I'm going to come to Israel because you've said a lot of controversial things about that war. But before we get there, I just want to explore a little bit more your decision to kind of renounce the king lifestyle. And I think I'm right in saying that you kind of worked out, you can have all the money in the world, but ultimately, if you don't work out what actually makes you happy, you're not going to be happy. Did you work out, other than not leading life to excess, did you work out the little things in life that actually made you happy?
Yeah, and I found that most of them didn't require that much money. Surfing, hanging out with my friends, working out, just doing things that I like to do, physically, and, playing cards, whatever. Just none of it really required that much money. And I found that I was chasing a lot of these things that didn't really make me happy. And so I just cut it off.
How rich are you?
Depending on the value of my company on any given day, probably 200 to 300 million.
I mean, that's a staggering amount of money. And yet you kind of worked out money doesn't buy you happiness. Does it buy you like security? Is that the best thing about money, that you don't have to worry about money?
Yeah, and I think freedom as well. Freedom's a big piece of it. Not having to answer to anybody, being able to say what you believe, and not have to worry about paying bills and those sort of things. I think that's one of the biggest things that money gives you. And like I said, the freedom to do what you want. But as far as like material things, I think you get pretty tired of it pretty quick. And
now what makes him happy is hating Jews. So I haven't heard what Dan Bilzerian, we'll get through this and see what all he has to say. I've heard him make some comments on other podcasts and stuff here and there. I haven't heard him say that he hates Jews or like, you know, I don't know. I think he's made critiques about maybe like parts of the Jewish religion practices, maybe. I don't know if he's talked about the circumcision stuff. I mean, I don't like the circumcision practices in the Jewish religion, okay? And I can say I also don't like the idea of clitorectomies for Muslim girls, okay? Can we say both of those are probably not good, and can I not be called a Jew hater? You wouldn't say I hate Muslims just because I said I don't like little girls having their clits cut off, you know? So that's just, we're trying to have an adult conversation here. I know that's difficult for some people. It gets very personal and whatever. But yeah, I mean, if you don't like any religion, then you're not just anti one religion, correct? And also, another thing, being critical of Israel, the country, is not the same thing as being critical of Jewish people. It's like saying if you're critical of the United States government, then you hate white people. You see how fucking stupid that sounds? Do you understand how fucking stupid that is to equate the two things? That's actually, I just pulled that metaphor, that analogy out of my ass, and that's actually pretty good. It is basically the same thing. If you are being critical of Israel, you're being critical of a government, okay? Not its citizens even necessarily. I know whatever, they're required to do military duty, right? But you know, I'm still separate. I'm saying anyone that is being critical of the Israel government is not saying anything necessarily negative about Jewish people. We can keep those two things separate. Okay, it's a government. Most fucking governments are shady and fucked up. Okay, you have to be able to talk about that. The Israeli government doesn't get a fucking pass to do whatever the fuck it wants just because they can blur the line and make it seem like you hate Jewish people. That is fucking stupid. You have a baby brain if that's how you think. A baby brain. Stupid. Mushy.
Yeah, I just don't really give a shit.
I mean, it's a fascinating change in your life. There'll be some skeptics who go, well, he doesn't really mean this. He'll be back doing the other stuff before long. This is just a stunt because he's an Instagram guy. Why wouldn't it be? What do you say to that?
Well, I mean, I've pretty much stopped posting on Instagram. I haven't posted much in 4 years. And like I said, I don't really care that much about social media except for, you know, speaking about things that I think the world needs to hear and that a lot of people are scared to say.
Well, let's talk about some of that because you've been very vocal about Israel in particular.
Oh boy, here we go, guys. It's gonna get dark. That's why this show is called Dark Times. We occasionally get very dark in here. Oh, AH_B. That was a good analogy. Good point. Thank you, sir or ma'am. I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for checking out the stream. I hate to keep saying it, guys, but, you know, I'm fighting algorithms here. Please hit the subscribe button if you like any of this at all. I do a lot of this from the ground up, okay? I make my own royalty-free tracks and intro videos, and I do everything myself from the ground up. I got parody songs on my channel, too. I got a P. Diddy parody song and several political ones, too. Go check it out. Got all kinds of stuff going on. But thank you. I appreciate the support. Kind words.
Even when Yahya Sinwar, the head of Hamas, was killed by the IDF, you were out lauding him as a hero. To most people, he's the despicable head of a terrorist organization that perpetrated on October the 7th one of the worst terror attacks in modern history. What's heroic about that?
Well, I think when you look at it in a vacuum, it's a very different picture. It's kind of like if I, raped your mother and I kicked you in the nuts 3 times and then you punched me in the face and everybody just wanted to focus on you punching me in the face. I think that would be a very different conversation than when you looked at it, the whole of what happened. And the whole of what happened was Nakba. That's where it started. You have 750,000 Palestinians that got displaced. And then you've got multiple, acts of terror, in my opinion, on Israel's side that would make October 7th look like nothing. So to me, I think it was a retaliation. And I think that Hamas is a resistance organization. And I think that Israel is a terrorist.
When did Israel kill 1,200 people in a single day and wound nearly 7,000?
Well, I mean, you have, Nakba, there was, 15,000 people killed during Nakba. I mean, there was Sabra and Shatila. I mean, that was 3,500 civilians. Then you have 2014, they killed 1,500 civilians. 500 plus were kids. I mean, so any one of those days would have been much worse than October 7th, but nobody really talks about
those
that.
Didn't happen in single
days. And October 7th, it's not nearly as bad as what they say.
Well, those didn't happen in single days, as you know.
Well, I mean, you have, Sabra and Shatila, I mean, that was 3,500 people. So that was basically 7 October 7ths. And October 7th, I think the numbers get inflated a lot too, because you're not taking into account that it was only 650 civilians, and there was the Hannibal Directive that was employed. And the Hannibal Directive is when the military is basically killing civilians so that they aren't taken as hostages. And, that had to be hundreds of people. So I would argue that it was less than 500 civilians that were killed. And to me,
so if anyone trying to follow along here, what he's talking about is that the Israeli government, the IDF, actually did kill a fair amount of their own civilians. The numbers, of course, you have to pick a side or pick somewhere in the middle, because the IDF, the Israel government, and the leaders of Hamas, they give different numbers and stuff. But that's what he's referring to there. That it's not all of the civilians that were killed weren't killed by Hamas.
That is much less than what the Israelis have been doing to the Palestinians.
But you said
even the year when October 7th happened, they had killed hundreds of Palestinians that year. It was the bloodiest year for kids. So that was a reply to what had been happening.
But when you say that October 7th wasn't as bad as people have said, what do you mean by that? Because from Hamas's own boasting through their GoPro cameras, they mutilated, burned alive, raped and abused, beheaded some people, set fire to homes. They kidnapped babies. They kidnapped Holocaust survivors, grandparents. They did just about every act of depravity it is possible to do. And they didn't just do it. They gleefully posted it on social media and the internet so that we could all watch in real time the horrors that they were perpetrating. It's hard to imagine a more horrific act than what happened that day. Why would you try to downplay it?
Well, I mean, there was only 2 babies killed from what I was told, and one was in the hospital and the other one was shot by a bullet. There was no babies in ovens. There was no, beheaded people that I saw. The rapes were disproven. So all that was Israeli propaganda. And the problem is Israel has continued to lie and lie and lie, and they've been caught lying. And they're the only ones that have actually been caught red-handed raping prisoners. And they've done it. And the people that raped the prisoners were now heroes, and they got released and there was nothing that happened to them. So I think it's very hypocritical to focus on things that they're doing and then try and blame them, on Hamas or the Palestinians.
It's interesting because
it's just, to me, total bullshit. It's just Israeli propaganda.
Yeah. I mean, listen, many people will listen to you and think that what you're spewing is bullshit propaganda from the other side. And the reason I say that is you say there was no raping or abuse of women, and yet the UN Special Representative on Sexual Violence in Conflict, Pramila Patten, reported in March this year that there was clear and convincing information that Israeli hostages in Gaza experienced sexual violence, including rape, sexualized torture, and cruel, inhumane, and degrading treatment, and reasonable grounds to believe such abuse is ongoing. There was also reasonable grounds to believe that conflict-related sexual violence occurred during the 7th of October attacks in multiple locations across Gaza periphery, including rape and gang rape in at least 3 locations. So when you say it didn't happen, what you're really saying is you think that the United Nations report into all this, which established it absolutely did happen and was horrific, is what? Is a pack of lies? And if so, why would the United Nations lie?
Look, I wasn't there, but I have, seen articles that said that it did not happen. So, if it did happen, that's terrible. And I think that's, atrocious. I don't ever believe in rape, but, during, Sabra and Shatia, there was a, girl raped in front of her father. And, that's happened on the other side numerous times. I mean, it happened in the prison. I mean, they were literally rioting because they felt like they had the right to rape these prisoners. So to me, I think it's a bit hypocritical. You can't believe that you have the right to rape prisoners and then complain about them raping, your civilians as well. So I don't think it just can only go one way. I think it's atrocious on both sides.
You said Hamas are not terrorists, are an army fighting for their country against the worst terror organization on the planet. And yet Hamas were given power in Gaza in 2005. They were given billions of dollars, a lot of it in a very suspect manner by Benjamin Netanyahu and his government, because he wanted to create a rift between Palestinian groups. And I completely accept that. But there's no doubt from what has now emerged that Hamas spent most of that money not on benefiting the lives of Palestinian people in Gaza, but on building an elaborate tunnel system and arming themselves to the teeth so that they could perpetrate this act of horror on October the 7th in a strike against Israel that they hope would decapitate Israel. I'm just curious why you would go out of your way. You say you've read things, but you're a guy of big influence. You've got a big following, 30-odd million people on Instagram. I with respect, and I say this respectfully, I understand why you want to support the Palestinian cause, and I'm sure there'll be many points of agreement we would have on that. But just to say, well, I read somewhere there were no rapes and abuse, it doesn't seem to me like you've really studied, or perhaps don't even want to study, the facts about all this, because it would go against your own narrative. Would that be fair?
I mean, look, I got no dog in this fight, Piers. I'm not Palestinian. I'm not Muslim. I'm just saying what I believe is right. And let's just say there was rapes. I mean, I think that's terrible. But like I said,
okay, so I'm kind of looking up on another. I've got he read articles. Yeah. No, it is funny. He's kind of I feel like you can look at something like when he's listening to Piers sort of critiquing him, and he just has this face like it's not sinking in. I don't know. I'm not saying he's stupid, but he kind of looks stupid, So what I think there were cases of Riz apes, Briz other. If you can understand my Hogan talk, Riz apes. If there were some, there were some that were debunked. So this is what's causing the confusion. There were cases that were talked about on social media and stuff that got debunked. I'm reading another article here. The title of it is How 2 Debunked Accounts of Cis-Sexual Violence on October 7th Fueled a Global Dispute Over Israel-Hamas War. So, I mean, whatever, guys. Both sides are doing dirty stuff. Can we agree? I think both sides are doing some nasty stuff to each other.
They are, an occupied state, and they're operating in apartheid. So when you are kept in an open air prison, there's going to be resistance, and how that resistance manifests itself is, it's going to be violent eventually. I mean, if you kill enough people and you take enough land and you treat people like second-class citizens, and and you're stealing land in the West Bank, and you're just basically, encroaching these people's human rights on a daily basis, there's going to be repercussions. So, I'm not going to be the judge or jury, and I'm not going to condemn these people for fighting back. I think nobody had an issue with, South African apartheid and their resistance. So I don't know why there's an issue with the resistance in the clear apartheid that's going on here.
You went on a Patrick Bet-Davis podcast. He's a friend of this show. You said the Jews killed JFK.
See, the issue with apartheid, and it's been a while since I looked into any of this stuff, but the issue with apartheid is that there is a fair amount of Arab Israelis, Muslim Israelis, right? They are citizens of Israel that have equal rights and stuff, as far as I know. So, the apartheid thing is just like, it's complicated. I get where it looks like that. I understand people's critiques, and I think I don't trust the Israeli government. Okay. I don't trust what they're doing over there. I have a general sense, and again, I'm not the most read on this topic, but I have a general sense that, when Israel sees beachfront property, who doesn't want beachfront property, guys? Okay. But, yeah, the apartheid thing, it's like there is a fair percentage of Arab Israelis that are treated like regular citizens. You'd think that would not be the case if this were apartheid. You'd expect for Israel to be only Jewish people, maybe some Christians.
Israel wanted October the 7th to happen so that Israel, had a reason to take the land. Let's just discuss those two things. What do you mean the Jews killed JFK?
Here we go. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're going to 4chan.
So I believe that was an Israeli Mossad operation. And they've committed multiple false flag attacks. I mean, they've,
mention 9/11 and dancing Israelis. Please do it. Please, Dan. This is your chance.
The USS Liberty, you've got the Levin affair. I mean, so they've got a history of doing this. And I don't think it's crazy to think that they were involved in that assassination. And that's the reason that Trump didn't want to, release those files. And I think clearly it had to be embarrassing. Otherwise, why wouldn't he want to release it? And that's the only thing that I could think of.
Oh, fuck. Is that true? Is he dropping truth bombs right now? That is fucking nuts. Oh, fuck.
That would be embarrassing because everybody from that time is pretty much dead by now. So it would make sense. I mean, they wanted to cut off, it's now AIPAC, but the Zionist, organization that was doing all the funding that should have been registered as a foreign entity. And, he wanted to register them under FARA. He wanted to, take away their ability to have nukes. And, they didn't like that. So I believe that they killed JFK.
But just to be clear, I mean, you have absolutely no evidence that any Jews killed JFK, do you? Nothing.
Well, I mean, that's not true. I mean, Jack Rubenstein, that was the person that killed the supposed Patsy Lee Harvey Oswald. I mean, he was a Jewish mob guy. And, there's been numerous documentaries tying the, Jewish mafia, the CIA. I mean,
look at Piers's face when he thought he had no response to that. Look at Piers's face. Talk about reading something, buddy. This is the face you make when you have never bothered to like, scratch the surface on any of the, these theories. Okay. This is the face you make when you ask someone a question that you thought was a drop, a mic drop moment, and then they start rattling shit. Oh God.
Look, I mean, I wasn't there, but everything that I've seen evidence-wise points to Israel. Really? And they're doing it in Epstein Island. They did it in Epstein Island. I mean,
Yeah, but here's the problem I have with this. You say everything you've seen, right? It just seems to me like you see a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. I've read a lot about the JFK assassination. There is zero evidence that any Jews killed John F. Kennedy. Zero. Unless you want to go off into some mad conspiracy theory rabbit hole. And again, I say to you that you make these big statements and you have a huge following of people, many of whom will think, well, wow, if Dan Bilzerian says it, maybe it's true. And that way, I would argue, this is how a lot of conspiracy theory stuff in the end gets propagated and promoted to the detriment of society, because people like you who are very smart, there's no question of that, and very successful and made a lot of money being very successful. I'm just curious why you want to be so inflammatory without actually having any evidence. And as you say, to just sit back and say, well, I wasn't there. Well, I wasn't there. Obviously, I wasn't even born. But I know that there's no credible evidence that Jewish people killed JFK. And yet you just say it as a fact, as if somehow we should just believe this.
No, I didn't say it as a fact. I said that's what I believe. And if you look at, the history of people that have criticized Israel, Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, JFK, Nixon, they all have similar fates. And so I don't think that's a coincidence. I also think that today a lot of, quote unquote conspiracy theories have all come true. So, about 2-3 years ago, being a conspiracy theorist, you were a nut job, wacko, whatever. And now it's just like every single one of them seems to be coming to fruition. So I don't know. I think once you see the government lie to you on a scale like they did during COVID, you start questioning a lot of things. And I think it's healthy to question things. And I think one of the big reasons why I've marched down this path so far is because once I started questioning Israel and once I started speaking out against Israel, I saw the ramifications and I saw the pushback. And the side of right is usually never the side that's silencing people. The people that are on the right side of history are not the ones trying to, cut off free speech or punish people for what they say.
You think the Jews killed Gaddafi as well?
Israel. I think that they have way too much control in our government. And I think it is not coincidence that everybody that's been critical of Israel has, either been overthrown, Shah of Iran, like every single person that's been critical of Israel has either been killed or thrown out of power. And I don't think that is a coincidence. The reason we fought a lot of these wars is because of Israel. Israel lied to us. They told us that
every Republican congressman has a representative of AIPAC in their fucking ear, and Piers Morgan sees no connection between the wars in the Middle East that we get into, the people overthrown that have been critical of Israel, and the fact that Israel has a representative in the ear of every Republican congressman. There's no connection.
That there is weapons of mass destruction. We fought many wars on their behalf. So their influence cannot be, disputed. And the people that we continuously fight just happen to be their natural enemies. And they have influence on what we do. And that's my biggest issue. That's actually one of the reasons why I kind of started marching down this path, is because I see how much control Israel has over our government, and it's not healthy. And I see our politicians acting on behalf of Israel instead of on behalf of what is best for the United States. And that is, as a veteran, where I really have fucking, huge problems with this.
I'm sure you do, but when you say that
he dropped an F-bomb. Oh boy, Piers Morgan just soiled himself.
What was it you said? That Jewish people said there were weapons of mass destruction. It was President Bush. He's not Jewish. It was Colin Powell. He wasn't Jewish, as far as I'm aware. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Well, you're talking about 0.2% of the population. So obviously every single person in there is not Jewish, but it is benefiting Jewish interests, and we are operating on behalf of Israel. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all of our politicians are Jewish, obviously, but what I am saying is that Israel has dirt and blackmail on our politicians. That's the only way to explain why they put the interests of Israel above our countries. And you see that. Look, I truly believe that Epstein Island was a Mossad operation, and they have dirt on our politicians, and they've done plenty of these, and that is why they control our country. Explain it out. Why else would our country be doing everything in Israel's benefit to our own detriment? Israel doesn't do anything for us. Why would we be doing that?
But we know why.
Well, I don't know the full connection. I forget. Dave Smith has talked about that. Comedian Dave Smith, about Iraq and Saddam Hussein. Something with the connection that him butting heads with Israel, and then we end up in fucking Iraq over weapons of mass destruction that were not there. Somehow that's tied back to 9/11 and has nothing to do with dancing Israelis or the fact that all the Jewish people in New York knew to stay home and not go to work. All coincidences.
America and the UK, for that matter, Tony Blair, because I spoke to him about it at length at the time. We know why they went to war with Saddam Hussein in 2003. They went because they believed he had weapons of mass destruction. They were the ones who argued it. None of the senior people that argued it for America or the UK, in terms of Tony Blair, George Bush, Colin Powell, were Jewish. This idea that somehow Israel was orchestrating that war, I think is completely nonsensical. I mean, my brother fought in that war for the British Army. He wasn't ordered into that war by Israel. It was a decision taken by George Bush and Tony Blair.
See, unfortunately, look, and I'm not saying Dan is stupid, but I feel like Dan Bilzerian hears some of the theories and stuff, and when he hears them, he's like, oh, wow, that does make sense. And he hears like a few things here and there, and he's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So he gets a general idea in his head, and enough that he thinks it's like legitimate enough sounding. He doesn't commit enough of it to memory whereas just imagine if, speak of the devil, Nick Fuentes, we already played the pepper spray video. If he was in here, if fucking Piers Morgan had Nick Fuentes on and asked him any of these questions, Piers Morgan would be like, basically pepper sprayed and pushed down a flight of stairs. That's what it would feel like after this conversation was over. But, instead Dan is like, he's heard some shit and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, fucking whatever. The Jews did it.
It just seems to me that when people have accused you, if they have, of being anti-Semitic, this is the reason why. It's because you look everywhere for a reason to blame Israel for absolutely everything, even when there's no evidence that it was Israel involved in the actual orders that were taken. There is no evidence that Israel ordered the Iraq war. It was taken by George Bush's administration with the help of people like Tony Blair.
Piers Morgan, do you honestly think that George Bush himself came up with the idea to invade Iraq? You really think that fucking monkey-headed, dumb idiot George Bush had that idea on his own? Holy hell. People just live in completely different realities that they think the president is actually in control of everything. Holy shit, this British... God damn, and I don't want to insult Piers Morgan. Look, I've been saying he is at least willing to have all these fucking controversial people on. He's willing to let Candace Owens and Rabbi Shmuley battle it out on his show. And so I appreciate that at least, but come on, bro.
Well, we went there because Netanyahu testified in front of Congress that they had weapons of mass destruction, which was a total lie. And it was a lie to benefit Israel because that was an enemy of Israel. So what I'm saying is they're the beneficiary of what we are doing. And it's not in the best interest of the United States. So clearly they've got control over our politicians.
Yeah, to be clear again, though.
I'm not saying our politicians are Jewish. I'm saying our politicians are doing what they're telling them to do.
Right. Well, that's slightly different to what you did say. And you said on Patrick Bet Davis' podcast as well, they played...
He mentioned AIPAC. What do you mean? Okay, all right.
The victim card so effing much about Jewish people. I mean, do you not understand why Jewish people might feel a sense of victimhood, given that 6 million of them were killed in World War II by a genocidal monster in the Holocaust? Do you not understand why that might make Jewish people feel that, yes, they have indeed been victims?
Yeah, I mean, that figure's been revised, but, I believe that Jewish...
Oh, fuck, here we go. 6 million. Here we go.
Supremacy is the greatest threat to America. And I think it's the greatest threat to the world today. I truly believe that.
What do you mean the figure's been revised? What do you mean?
Uh-oh. Here we go, guys.
Well, they said that it was 4 million that died in Auschwitz, and then they said it was down to 1 million. So they've revised the figure.
Well, how many people?
And
How many people do you think were killed in the Holocaust?
271,000 that died in Auschwitz.
How many do you think were killed in the Holocaust?
I don't know, but I would
6 million exactly, Piers. Not one single more or one single less. 6 million exactly.
bet my entire net worth that it was under 6 million.
I simply ask you, Dan, what's the motivation for making claims like that? What do you stand to gain by trying to diminish what happened in World War II?
I'm just answering your question. I mean, I'm a gambler, so if I think that something is a low probability, then I would bet on it. And I don't know for a fact, but the evidence all says that it was less than 6 million. I mean, just the mathematics don't work. Like, you can't cremate that many bodies. Like the whole gas chamber thing, it's a very ineffective way to kill people. So when people have researched this and they've done the due diligence, they said it's mathematically impossible.
You see, I'm sorry, but I just find that unbelievable.
Some people say that. You need to say some people, because obviously there's a lot of disagreement here, Dan. Jesus Christ, man. This is actually, I mean, come on, guys. Wake up, Dan. Wake up.
Would be offensive, and I'm not even Jewish. Again, there is clear evidence that 6 million people, almost predominantly Jewish, were killed in the Holocaust. 12 million were killed by the Nazis in total. They were a genocidal monstrosity, the Nazis, who wanted to eliminate the Jewish people, and they tried extremely hard to do that.
12 million were killed?
The Nazis killed 12 million people in World War II. 6 million were killed in
6
million were killed in the Holocaust. Or do you not believe that either?
Okay. I mean, Jews have killed far more Christians. Well, Jews have killed far more. Let's just accept the 6 million figure. Jews have killed far more Christians than that. I mean, it's not even close. If you look at the Bolshevik genocide, you look at the Holodomor, I mean, they've killed way more Christians. I mean, they basically invented the genocide. So, they deny the Armenian genocide. Israel denies that. They've lobbied.
Look at Piers's face. I just like to look at Piers's face and watch him try to figure out what to say. Oh, this is good.
The U.S. to deny that. I'm Armenian. They killed half of my people. So, and I'm not offended.
Oh, this is personal.
By that. If somebody questions that, it's not some crazy thing. I mean, Israel denies the Armenian Holocaust. Okay.
It sounds to me, Dan, like you do actually hate Jewish people.
No, I believe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh, fuck, man.
That Jewish supremacy is the greatest threat to the world today. I look at what they're doing in the media. They're pushing this transgender nonsense. I mean, and they did it in Germany. The first transgender clinic was opened by a Jewish guy. And I don't like this perversion pushed on our children. I don't like the fact that 9-year-olds are reading about homosexual acts. I don't like that drag queens are reading them. And
look at Piers. Look at him. He's doing the math. Dan is throwing so much at him, and Piers is doing the math, just like, how do I respond to this? I can't respond debating these facts here, so I'll just say he sounds like he hates Jews.
Schools. I don't like that Kamala Harris wants to pay for sex changes in prison so that men can turn into women and women can turn into men. And I don't like the fact that he's putting in, men into women's prisons, male rapists into women's prisons because they identify as women. I mean, it's just nonsense. I don't like, men beating up women in boxing and sports. I think it's all nonsense. And I think it's leading to a degradation of moral fiber. And if left unchecked, I think it's going to ruin the world.
But again, you're blaming Jewish people. Why?
Because they're pushing this.
What do you mean they're pushing it? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, they're controlling the media. I mean, the DEI is being pushed by BlackRock. BlackRock's execs are all Jewish.
Oh, fuck. Bro, they own Grindr. They own Pornhub. They own all of that. Yes. They're at every level of the CDC and the FDA. And, where do you have questions, Piers? Name a 3-letter agency or a fucking organization or an industry. Name one.
You look at where this is coming from. It's not a surprise.
Dan,
all the Disney execs are Jewish.
Dan,
They're pushing it on
He's like, Dan, stop, please.
children.
Right, do you accept, Dan, that you are just blatantly anti-Semitic?
Oh, fuck. This is like watching a chicken fight or something like that.
Look, I have an issue with that term. I mean, I think the real Semites are the Palestinians. I mean, they you know, the DNA test that they've done on the Israelis that are living over there, they're Eastern European Ashkenazi Jews. I don't even think they're actual Semites. They don't have ancient Hebrew DNA, which is why DNA testing is illegal in Israel.
I mean,
Piers Morgan, this is his first time hearing this. He saw like a couple controversial tweets or something, and someone gave wind to Piers Morgan about that this guy is like, you know, turning into a Nazi on Twitter, and he's running with it. And meanwhile, he could have looked up any of these podcasts that Dan's been on where he's talked about a bunch of this shit. This is Piers's first time hearing this, though.
Literally denying their existence now. I mean, you are just a brazen anti-Semite, aren't you?
Look at this. Look at this. Piers Morgan is not fact-checking anything or even debating the facts that Dan is bringing up. He's just saying the way that you're stating these facts is very anti-Jewish. Oy vey. Easy with those facts there, buddy. I mean, they're not wrong, but it's the way you say it. You sound like you hate Jewish people. Holy shit.
You hate Jewish people. You hate Israel. You hate the state of Israel, its government, everything
Well,
about
I mean,
it. You're blaming them you blame them in this interview for literally absolutely everything.
When you say, well, I think most of the problems today is caused by Jewish supremacy. I believe that.
I'm honestly gobsmacked that you would say all this publicly.
How are you so unprepared, Piers? These are like, if you barely look into some of these theories, this is like, Dan isn't even going deep here. This is like, if you spend 30 minutes looking into any of this, you could have been prepared to like debate on some of these facts, or at least say, oh, well, you know, he is debating him on the fucking numbers of the Holocaust, even though it's like, I get there's like numbers that he's citing from one place that say it's lower, he's citing somewhere else. They don't even really have both of their positions. They don't have them hashed out enough to really argue this out and debate it. Piers Morgan has now given up on debating the facts at all. And he's just saying, the way that you're saying these facts is just like, I don't like the tone of your voice, buddy. So, you know, we're gonna need your career destroyed, and you know, all that. You're Hitler now.
Given what a high profile you have.
Yeah, I mean, it is not a it's not a popular opinion for somebody that, you know, cares about money and cares about, you know, not being canceled. I mean, that's the problem, is you can say whatever you want against Muslims. You can be, you know, super anti-Muslim. You can talk about them and nobody cares. But if you say anything about Jewish people, you get canceled. They, you know, look what they did to Kanye. I mean, so why are they such a protected class? Let me ask you that.
I don't think they are. I think they're a class that get targeted by people like you, and indeed by Kanye, who spewed horrible anti-Semitic nonsense.
Well, I think my point was better. So you won't have if you make fun of Muslims, you won't have your career ruined. You may get like blown up or something like that. You see that there's the difference there. That's Christians that actually have learned how to take a critique. which is just so crazy because when I was growing up a confused little kid, I hated Christians so much and I thought that they were dicks and I was anti-Christian. Now I've these days in my life, I've grown to appreciate the how cordial Christians can be, even when you're saying their beliefs are completely stupid and unfounded. They'll take it on the chin and just roll with it, debate you a little bit even. They're never like trying to blow you up or kill you for being anti-Christian or completely destroy your career. They're just like, they don't believe in Jesus. Oh, well, they're going to hell. I'm not. The Christians truly believe they're getting the last laugh. So they'll let you say whatever you want about them.
But yours, it seems to me to be more insidious because you're literally blaming.
So you're literally
with respect, let me finish.
Not the other way around.
You're literally blaming Jewish people for almost everything that's happened that you don't like in the world. That is the purest personification of anti-Semitism right there. That's what it is.
Well, when you have a religion that promotes supremacy, when you have a religion that says that you are better than other people, and when you have a religion that says it's okay to steal from other people as long as they're not Jewish, when you have a religion that says it's okay to rape people that aren't Jewish, when you have a religion that talks about having sex with, kids that are under 3 years old, when you have a religion that promotes these things and promotes supremacy, I think you're going to have problems. And you see that in Israel. Israel is a manifestation of that religion. And I think that religion is, it's terrible.
So it's interesting to me. I know, people have different views on stuff and whatever. I get it. But this is interesting. People will not pick up on this or probably not agree. But I feel like is it the Talmud or whatever it is, the Talmud that says people that aren't Jewish are goyim and they're like cattle, they're beasts, stuff like, when it says that, and that is part of the Jewish doctrine. And then you see Piers defending them like this and pretending that, he won't address the facts at all. He's defending the Jewish religion and the government of Israel, but not facing these facts or disputing them, except for the number for the Holocaust. Okay, this just awfully familiar to like LGBTQ people doing gays for Hamas. This is like a very similar thing to me. I don't know. It smells. It has the same smell to it. Piers is you do you, Piers. I respect the game.
I don't believe in white supremacy. I don't believe in Jewish supremacy. I don't believe in supremacy at all. And right now, I think you have massive Jewish supremacy.
You sound like a Nazi.
That's all he has. That's all he has. Holy fuck. Piers, this is actually pathetic. I really thought I was ready for Piers to absolutely eviscerate this guy. And the only thing he pushed back on is the fucking Holocaust numbers. That's actually crazy. He's just sitting here calling him a Nazi every time Dan pulls out a fact about Israel. Piers Morgan just calls him a Nazi. This is actually a stupid conversation. An actually stupid fucking conversation.
I mean, why do you say that?
That's literally what Nazis would have said in World War II. They would have literally articulated their hatred of Jewish people and the reasons why in exactly the way you've just done.
I don't have a hatred for Jewish people.
You do.
I don't like a religion that says that they're better than other people. And what's that?
Well, you do. You obviously do. It's blatant. No one watching this will draw any other conclusion. I'm staggered about how brazen you've been.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't like it when people think they're better than other people. And you see that in Israel, and they're acting like that, and they're treating Palestinians like second-class citizens. They're treating them like subhuman beasts. And it sells that in their Talmud.
Oh,
So it says if you are not a
I swear to God, I did not pre-watch this, guys. I swear to God. Holy shit. That is funny. And what's he gonna say? Watch Piers. How dare you say that's in the Talmud? When you quote the Talmud correctly, you sound anti-Semitic. Let's hear it, guys. When you quote a religious book for Jewish people, when you quote it, you sound anti-Semitic. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Jew, that you are basically subhuman. And I don't think that Judaism and Christianity go hand in hand. I mean, they believe that Jesus is in hell burning in human shit, and they believe that the Virgin Mary is a whore. So I don't think those are two religions that really intersect very well. But, you know, we've been programmed that they do, and we've been programmed that it's okay and that Jews are the chosen people, and I just disagree with that. I think everybody's equal.
Do you even comprehend how this interview is going to play out when it airs?
What I tell you, he's not. Piers is just giving up on this conversation. I should too. I should go eat dinner. It's 10 o'clock at night, and I'm listening to Piers Morgan, fucking baby British brain twat, argue with this, you know. Nazi Neanderthal. There you go. Okay. So yeah, guys, this is crazy stuff. This is really crazy. I didn't know it was going to get this just like blatantly, you know, stupid. I thought they were going to hammer out some facts, and Piers Morgan was not this was not supposed to settle any facts or any, you know, put to rest, debunk any theories or anything. He was just letting Dan come on here and articulate badly theories about Israel and, you know, Jews in certain positions of power. And then he wasn't planning to dispute any of it because he could have prepared. He could have had counterpoints to any of these. And he didn't at all. He's letting him lay it all out and sound bad. And then he's saying it sounds bad, but not disputing anything except that there were exactly 6 million, you know, Jewish victims in the Holocaust. This is an insane conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be bad, but you know, my opinion is not politically correct, but I believe that is the truth.
You're living in...
No, I agree with you, Scott Starbird. Yeah, I know plenty of non-religious Jewish people who are salt of the earth. It's not about DNA. I agree with you entirely. I don't have anything against Jewish people. I think the fucking religion is, I mean, I can't say, you guys, I don't like any religion, right? Or I would be practicing one, okay?
In Qatar now.
Well, that's where I'm at right now. I'm not living here, but
he's in Qatar. Adam Wiley over on the Twitter. What's up, bro? Thanks for getting in the Twitter chat. I think it's where I got most of my viewers right now is on Twitter. I know this is probably going to get throttled really bad on everywhere else I'm streaming. So I think I got mostly Twitter people up in here. Sup, Famalam. Thank you. Thanks for the support, Adam Wiley. Scott Starbird, thank you for the repost. I appreciate that. I saw that. Thank you, sir. Yeah, if you guys, please, I could use the support. I'm fighting algorithms and all that. I know I've said that a couple of times already tonight, but please hit the like, subscribe. I'm on YouTube trying to build my YouTube channel back up, so please hit the sub over there.
Visiting.
Right. Is it the case that you feel safer to spew this kind of stuff from Qatar than you would spewing it in the United States?
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of Jewish people attack me since I started standing up in support of Palestine. When I started saying things that were against Israel, I found that I had my Jewish business manager tried to extort me. I had lawyers do things that were illegal. And, you know, I found a lot of, you know, just hatred from the Jewish community because I was speaking out against a genocide. And that really opened my eyes to what's going on.
You know why Jewish
like I
people?
said, rarely is it the case that people on the right side of history are the ones that are trying to silence people.
Yeah, the reason Jewish people may dislike you is because of your obvious hatred for them and everything they stand for. I mean, you've literally spent the last 20 minutes on an anti-Semitic rant that makes Kanye look like a choir boy. I'm
anti-Semitic rant that you had no retort for besides, quote, "You sound like you hate Jewish people."
Staggered, but also bemused as to what you think you'll gain from this, other than you're just laying bare your anti-Semitism for everyone to see.
I don't think I'm going to gain anything. I think, I think it'll be horrible for me. But it's what I believe. I don't think that Jews like Christians, and you see it when they killed them during the the Holodomor, the Bolshevik genocide. I mean, the Bolsheviks, the leadership was 84% Jewish, and they were just mass killing Christians, and nobody talks about that.
Let me just ask you one more time. Let me just ask you one more time to be honest.
History books don't cover that.
Right, let me just ask you one more time, just for clarity. I think
Piers Morgan is not going to deal with that. He is not touching that. He's going to pretend he didn't hear that, along with every other thing Dan has said besides the. Yeah. Well, anyway,
you should be honest. But do you hate Jewish people?
No, I don't.
Then why do you spew such hatred about them?
Well, I don't like what they've done. I don't like what their religion preaches. I don't like what's going on in Israel. I don't like their influence over our government. So,
What do you like about Jewish people?
Their hats. The sideburns, the squiggly sideburns, and the hats.
I mean, I would say on average they're more intelligent.
That's it.
I mean, I don't have too many. I mean, look, there's 2 billion Muslims, but everybody wants to promote this anti-Muslim, this hatred for Muslim, like they're all these terrorists. And I think the Israelis are the terrorists. I think they are the ones perpetuating the big acts of terrorism. And nobody wants to talk about that.
And what do you say to Jewish people who may watch this and be utterly horrified by what they're hearing?
They can be horrified. I mean, I was horrified to find that they mass murdered Christians. I was horrified to learn the things that they teach in the Talmud. I was horrified that they think that Jesus is burning in shit in hell. I was horrified that they think that the Virgin Mary is a whore.
Let me just say, it is like watching mentally challenged kids in a playground playing tag. When you don't practice a religion and you see people fighting over whose religion is the shittiest, that's what it's like. That's what it's like for me to watch this, or to any people argue over whose religion is worse. It's like watching mentally challenged kids try to play tag on a little playground with the jungle gym, and they fucking run into stuff and bump their head and get hurt. And you're just like, wow, these people are fucking stupid. Holy shit, they're gonna hurt themselves. That's what this is what this is like for me.
I was horrified to learn that they think it's okay to steal from Gentiles. I was horrified to hear that there's 2 sets of justice. I was horrified to find out that they think it's okay to gang rape Palestinian prisoners. I was horrified about all those things. I'm horrified that we're funding a genocide right now. So they can be horrified.
Dan Bilzerian.
Well, that was enlightening. Is there a full version of this? I need more. I need an hour of this. Is there more? Oh, fuck, man. Crazy shit, y'all. Crazy shit. All right, guys. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I've been on for 2 hours here. Let me see. God, yeah, no, it's past 10, and it's already 10:02. Do we really want to read through this this article here. Really, Piers thinks he's feasting on Dan's demise. And on a good note, yeah, thank you. Fucking no, bro. Piers, you can tell he doesn't realize how he adding nothing to the conversation. He doesn't even realize it. He's like virtue signaling, calling him anti, whatever. I don't want to keep saying it on here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dark Times with Dark Match Steve, your personal twink. That's me. Thank you guys for hanging with me. This has been a rough ride. It's been a crazy one. Twitter has enjoyed it, though. I can see I have decent numbers on Twitter tonight. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. Again, if wherever you're watching, if you could please go to my YouTube channel and hit the subscribe over there. Trying to build it back up. Trying to build back better here, so I could use the support, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, hit the like buttons, leave a comment, talk to me. Lovers, get up in the chat more. Talk to me up in the chat. What the hell? Where y'all at? No, the chat has been going. Thank you guys for hanging with me tonight. Scott, fucking Adam Wiley, Fat Pig, Dr. Kraus. Thank you guys for hanging in the chat with me. I appreciate all the support. I'll be back on tomorrow night. I have one, sometimes I have pre-planned topics. I have one for this week that should be fun for us to get into. So as long as there isn't another angle that gets released of this pepper spray when Nick Fuentes sprays this bitch in the eyes, if another angle gets released tomorrow, we'll talk about that, I'm sure. But if not, I got one or two fun things planned for the week. So, yeah, lovers, please check back in with me tomorrow. I will be on around 8 o'clock, just like I was tonight, okay? So, y'all take it easy. I love you, for real. I appreciate all the support. You guys have been so nice to me. Let me find, again, I said I make my own royalty-free tracks for my show here. I'm doing everything from the ground up. So I'm grinding. Please show me a little support. I'm just asking for a few clicks right now, okay? That's all. I'm not even asking for money or anything. But anyway, here's the Fat Pig's favorite outro song, Lover. He's always first up in my chat. He gets to choose the outro song. So here it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you guys. Love ya.